Hi, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Automation on Your YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to demonstrate how to create and use function blocks in TIA Portal for Siemens PLC. So let's get started. But before we begin, please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing this video to support our channel. Okay, let's move on to the TIA Portal. So here we are in the TIA Portal. I already created a project for this function block, how to use the function block in Siemens TIA Portal. Let's go to the PLC and then we create the function block. Okay, click on the PLC, click on the program blocks, double click on the add new block. Here you can see there are few blocks: organization block, function and data block. So that today we're going to create function block. So click it on the function block and then name it whatever you want. So I name it function block, test function block. So we're going to use the language is the ladder. There are three options: ladder and function block diagram and SCL. But today I'm going to show you how to use the ladder diagram in the function block. Right, click on the ladder and then click OK. So here is the function block. So here you can write your code to run the program. So before we begin, we need to know how to use the block interface. So you click this. Now here you can see there are parameters that you need to use for this function block. There is a input variable. These variables receive information for the outside world. They are like one-way states. You cannot change them inside the function block. For example, you might use this input for starts up signals or alarm trigger or whatever the input signal that you can use for this. Same like input, this is the output variable. These variables send data to the other parts of the program. They are also one-way states, but in the opposite direction. You cannot read them inside the function block. For instance, you could use output variables to show the status of the motor or any indicator, so that you can use the output to display some outputs. The next one is the in out, which is in out variables. These variables work like two-way streets. Data can flow in and out of them. They are often used when you need to process the data inside the block and send it back out. The next one is the static. This is the static. These static variables remember their values between the use of the block. These static variables used to store the parameters. The next one is the temporary variables. These temporary variables are like a whiteboard. You use them temporarily for calculation or notes, so that you can use for temporary, and then it will goes off once the cycle is finished. The next one is the constant like numbers, they never change. You can use this for fixed parameters. Like if you have any predefined parameters, that you can use for the constant. Okay, let's create a program and then we can assign all these input, output, and other some static temporary variables here. Okay, today I'm going to create a alarm control block. We can use this alarm control block to link with many other alarms. Minimize it. Today's video I'm going to create a alarm control block. For example, in your automation project you are going to use more instruments like a pressure sensor or temperature or level sensor, any breakers, so that you have to create more alarm controls, right? So you can create a small alarm block, then we can link all the alarms to the alarm blocks. In your automation project, if you are using like temperature sensor, pressure sensor, or level sensor and motor breaker, so all this you need to create a alarm in case if there is a abnormality, like temperature if goes high, it trigger the alarm. Same like a level sensor, if there is a high level, then you need to trigger the alarm. So it will be linked with the function block. So we will create alarm control block, then we can link with the sensors. First we have a signal, so maybe this signal is a alarm trigger signal, like set is temperature high or water level high, whatever it is. So I just put it alarm trigger. underscore trigger. So this is the alarm trigger signal. So you click it, and then you can use this the trigger signal use as a local input. Okay, once you receive the alarm signal, maybe there is could be a false, or maybe there is a alarm fluctuation because of the temperature reading, maybe ups and downs. You need to give a delay time to achieve this, and then you can trigger the alarm. So that we need to use the timer. So we can use the on delay timer. Name it alarm underscore timer. Sorry. So now we're going to use a multi-instant timer because we many more function blocks. Okay, so you can click it and then click OK. Okay, you need to set the preset value, preset time value for this timer. So name it as a timer underscore PT. Click it and then define tag, and then set it as an input, so that you can anytime you can set this variable whatever the time you want to set, like 1 second or 2 second or 5 second, you can set it as you want. The next is output. Click it. So once the alarm, you can name it alarm underscore timer done. So this define the tag, you need to select as a you put it on the static, because you want, if you want to read it back, you can use it this. When the alarm is triggered, it will wait for the preset time, and then once it's done, then it will trigger the alarm. When the timer is done, okay, copy and paste it. When the timer is done, what you need to do is you need to activate the alarm. So alarm, let's go active. Click it and define tag as a static, local static. Define. Okay, next logic. So when the alarm is active, what the next thing is to do is somebody has to come and acknowledge the alarm. So for example, if this alarm is active, click it, copy paste. When the alarm is active, is somebody has to come to this acknowledge the alarm. Right? Click it and put a acknowledge button here. Acknowledge underscore push button. Okay. So this comes under input. This is the input variable. Next thing is our alarm acknowledged. Okay. So click it and define tag. Then click on the statics. So once the alarm acknowledged, what you need to do, you need to latch this to make sure that need to display is the alarm is acknowledged but not resetted. So we have to latch this here. Okay, once the alarm is acknowledged, then what next is supposed to reset the alarm. Copy, paste. So alarm acknowledged is done, and then you need to reset. So push button. Then your output is alarm reset. Yeah. So reset. So alarm reset, click define tag, put on the static, then define. This reset push button you need to define as a local input. So the final part is you need to declare to all the output. Okay. So when the alarm is active, then you need to indicate some alarm in the PLC output, right? So alarm active is alarm active here. Click it, and then your output is you can put it what maybe alarm. So you can click it and define tag as a output. Yes, you are going to send this to physical input or output or global memory. So you click as a local output and define. And then the next one is when the alarm is acknowledged, also you need to display it on the PLC. So or alarm acknowledged. So you can display it as a alarm acknowledged. This one also you can put it as a local output. Okay, define. The last one is I click and then when the alarm active, then you can display it on the HMI like blinking or something. So you can put alarm underscore blink. So when it blinks, somebody has to acknowledge the alarm, right? So we can put it alarm acknowledge. If parallel you put the alarm acknowledge is so this one is defined as a local output. Fine. Now our alarm control block is ready. Uh, Before that, we can make sure that everything we have done is okay or not. Okay, alarm trigger, and the timer's delay is on. Then alarm timer done. Then the alarm is active. Okay, alarm alarm active. Then press acknowledge push button. Alarm acknowledged. Okay, alarm acknowledge and then alarm reset. Okay, here you need to latch in case if the alarm is goes automatically, but still the alarm need to be displayed in the HMI to notify the operators to make sure that the alarm is already created, and then they will come and acknowledge it and then clear it. Maybe they need to do something, stop the machine to repair or anything that they can do. So that we need to latch it here, and then you need to reset it. So we put alarm active, and then we reset. Use this to reset. So now it's ready. So our block is ready. Now you go to the main OB. Okay, now you track and trap the function block so that you can interface with the your physical inputs. Okay, this is the function block and track and drop here. Now you can name it whatever you want. I just leave it as it is. Click OK. Now our function block is ready, and you need to assign your inputs and outputs here. This is the alarm trigger input. Maybe you can put it temperature high, temperature underscore high. So you can click it, definition tag. You go to a global memory. You can set whatever it is address. I set it M0.2. Can define. Then the timer, how many second, millisecond that you want to assign. Maybe I can put uh, 10 second so that you know. Yes, 10 second. Once the temperature is high, it's high for 10 second, then the alarm will trigger. Okay, acknowledge push button. So acknowledge push button, define tag, global memory, define. Next is reset push button. Click it, define tag, global memory, define. So we assign all the inputs here. Then next you go to output, alarm, define tag, go to our global memory, define. Next one is alarm acknowledged. The next one is alarm acknowledged. So once you right click, define tag as a global memory output, define. The next one is alarm blink. You can name it as alarm blink. If it's the define tag, you go to the global memory and then define. So we have done assigning inputs and outputs for this function block. So we go to HMI and then create the inputs and then outputs to monitor, to control and monitor this function block. So go to HMI screens, open your root screen. So here, okay, for the temperature high, I'm going to create a button to trigger the temperature high. Okay, I just name it temperature high. Temperature high. Then you need an indicator to display on the, okay. You can say alarm. Okay, so we need to link, click on the temperature high button and click on the properties. You go to events, press add function, set bit while key pressed. Okay, then go here and click on the PLC tags, default tag table, and go to temperature high. Here's the temperature high. Then okay. Then I click on the indicator and click on the properties and go to the properties, animation, click on the appearance. You need to set the tag. So which tag you want to use here. So for the alarm, I can set this alarm. Yes, that alarm. I click OK. So you need to set the range 0. Whenever there is no alarm, it may be this color. When there is alarm, then you need to display it as a maybe red color. Okay, so this is how you need to set. Then you can use this for the acknowledge. Acknowledge. So click it, go to the properties, and then open the then, and then you can change color for acknowledge. Maybe you can set it at blue color so that you can know that the alarm is acknowledged. Then the next one is to see, control C, control V. This one is for blink. You can set for this one is blinking. Blink. Go to the properties. This one is linked to blink. Go to PLC tags, tag table, blink, alarm blink. Okay. So the color maybe you want to blink is yellow. You can put it as yellow. Then the flashing you put it as yes. Okay, make sure all this assigned. Okay, this still is alarm. You go to PLC tags, tag table, alarm acknowledged. Click OK. Then you need to create another two button for acknowledge and then reset. So this button for acknowledge, acknowledge, make a small button like, then for reset. Reset. Now change this to properties, go to events and click press, and then here you go assign to a acknowledge button. Go to PLC tags, default tag table, acknowledge push button. Click OK. And this one same as do properties. Click on this. Go to PLC tags, tag table, and click on the reset push button. So reset push button here. Click OK. Okay, now we are done at the HMI side. So now we can download this program to the simulation. Then we can see how it's functioning, this function block. So you go to the PLC and click on this start simulation. Click OK. Click OK. So it's compiling, and you can click load, start module, finish. Minimize this, then open main OB. You can see here, then monitor this. Okay, now our function block is ready for using, and then go to HMI and then start simulation. Okay, your HMI is here ready. Okay, just minimize it, then bring your HMI. Okay, here. So now the function block is here, and then HMI is here. Now you can trigger the temperature high alarm, and then you can see the how this function block is working. Okay, click on the temperature high for until 10 seconds. So I click it and hold it. So you can see there is no output is on until now. Once the 10 second is reached, then the output will turn on. Okay, you can see here. Now I released, the output is on. You can see here the alarm is on. So the alarm is on here. The blinking is happening here. Now when you use the acknowledge push button, then you can see that the acknowledge indicator will turn back to blue. Click acknowledge. See, the acknowledge is done, but we have acknowledged but haven't reset it. So the alarm is still there and blinking. So now we can reset it and then see, once click the reset, the alarm is no more. So this is how we need to use the function block. Now I'm going to reuse this function block. Okay, you can stop this monitor and yes. Okay, now already we create one function block. You can create the same function block to for the another input. You can click OK. So this is another function block. You need to declare all this input output. If you have another input like water water high, so you can declare it as a water underscore high. And maybe this one you can click it and define as a global memory define, and then maybe this one is 5 second. You can put it 5 seconds. The same you can use the acknowledge push button, control C, control V, control C, and the reset push button also you can use it same. For this we can use a different indicator to display this water level high alarm. So you can put it here as a water high alarm. So yeah, alarm. Same time, go to global memory define. So this one is acknowledged. You click it, define tag as a global memory define. The next one, water alarm blink. Just go blink. So you can click it and then define tag as a global memory and then define. Okay, now we have finished another function block. So you need to go to the HMI section, open the root screen. The root screen is here. Open the root screen. So you can create the same same as this. You need to create another one same as this to trigger the alarm. So you just maybe you can make it small, this one. Okay, bring as close as possible. Okay, and then you can move it to one side. So you can copy paste the same like this. Control C, control. So you can put this one as here. Okay, this one is name as a water high. Okay, you need to link, click on the properties, go to temperature high, click it, and go to the PLC tag table, and then click it water high. Okay, then next go to alarm, click on this alarm, and go to properties, animation, open this, and click this, and go to PLC tags, tag table, auto alarm, click OK. Next, click same as this, do same as this, all this. Click on this, PLC tags, tag table, auto alarm acknowledged. Next one is then click OK. So now we are done this part, and then we can download it and then see. So click OK. Finish. Next is HMI section. Simulate. Open your main OB and then monitor. So you have two blocks here. Now we're going to use the water one. You click on the water high. After 5 seconds, you can see the alarm will trigger. Okay. After the 5 seconds, the alarm is triggered here. So now the alarm trigger, you can use the acknowledge and reset button to acknowledge and reset it. Also, you can at the same time you can see the another alarm which is temperature high. You can click it and then wait for the 10 seconds to trigger the temperature alarm. So the temperature alarm is will trigger. Okay, you can see the temperature alarm is just triggered. You can use this acknowledge button, reset button to reset both. You can click it acknowledge, it get acknowledged, and then click the reset. The alarm is resetted. So this is how you need to create the function block and use this function block for more useful programming. Okay guys, that's all for today. Thanks for watching my video. Please consider subscribing, liking and sharing this video to support our channel.